Let us have a quick conversation about Fifth Bank personal loan versus line of credit. Fifth Bank is a great institution, and in today's conversation, we want to compare and contrast their personal loan to their line of credit. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sort Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast Fifth Third Bank personal loan versus line of credit. It's important to understand that before you get a personal loan or line of credit from Fifth Third Bank, you need to check your credit. It's very important. You can actually check your credit for free. You can go to a site called annualcreditreport.com and you get a free copy of your report from Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. It's important to also you can also sign up for a service called Credit Karma or NerdWallet or Wallet Hub or even CreditWise, and those services provide free credit report monitoring. So this is important. You can apply for pre-qualification with Fifth Third Bank. That way you don't actually risk a hard pull, okay? So this is important. You have a soft credit inquiry from Fifth Third Bank, whether you are speaking about a personal loan or line of credit. It's a big decision time, Are you interested in this personal loan or line of credit? Have you done your homework? Do you have a relationship with the bank? Because Fifth Third Bank will want you to have a relationship with them so they can give you the loan or line of credit that you are looking for, okay? You want to think about the loan amounts. You want to think about the APR. You want to think about your employment status. You want to think about your annual income. They're going to check that. And you want to think about whether or not you are of legal age. Are you 18 or at least 21 years, depending on the state where you are? Okay. And it's important also to understand that you definitely want to pay attention to the APR, because this is how much it will cost you to borrow money. Whether we're speaking about a line of credit or a personal loan from Fifth Third Bank, you want to pay attention to the APR, and the APR includes the interest rate that you are being charged on the loan or line of credit, in addition to potential fees. You also have to think about the loan term. So generally, loans with a longer term have a lower monthly payments, but they could cost you more in interest in the long run. A line of credit is totally different. It's a revolving product. You also need to think about the origination fee. Does Fifth Third Bank charge you an origination fee? It depends on the product and it depends on the state where you're applying from, okay? Have a conversation with the banker before you apply. And you can apply at a branch. If you are in the vicinity of a brick and mortar Fifth Third Bank branch, you can also apply online. You can apply over the phone. But again, please, before you apply, think about income verification. They will ask for your income. They will verify your ID. They will pay attention to your monthly housing cost in some cases. So this is important. In terms of requirements, if you're interested in this Fifth Third Bank personal loan or line of credit, you need to be making at least $18,000 a year. So 18K, that's gross income. That's pre-tax income a year. That's about $1,500 every month. The income must be verifiable. This is important. We're speaking here about W-2s. We're speaking about your pay stub. We're thinking about 1099s. Anything that can show Fifth Third Bank that you are good to go. You are making the money that you say you're making. It's fine. And in terms of FICO, they usually recommend 670 to 850. However, if you have a strong multi-product relationship with Fifth Third Bank, an MPR with the bank, you can qualify for a FICO that goes all the way to 550. Your CUR, in terms of credit utilization ratio, they are looking for 40% maximum. So make sure that you have a CUR that is lower than 40%. Actually, you want to keep it around 35 or even 30%. That's really, though, this is a great CUR. In terms of your DTI, your debt to income ratio, they are looking for 38% maximum. So DTI is basically the amount of money you allocate to servicing your debt every month. So DTI is so you put at the on the top of the fraction, you put your debt, and at the bottom you put your income. And remember that for a Fifth Third Bank personal loan or line of credit, Co-application is possible in some cases, but again, make sure that you talk to the bank first, and they love it if both applicants, both co-applicants, have an account with Fifth Third Bank, or they have a joint account or separate accounts. And Fifth Third Bank will report to all three bureaus. So they report to Experian, to Equifax, and TransUnion. Not a problem. So you can actually close on your personal loan again. So once you have submitted your loan application, Fifth Third Bank will review it. They will decide whether to approve you for the loan and send you final loan documents if you're approved. It usually takes from 3 to 7 days. But if you have an account with them, if you have a relationship with the bank, it goes even faster because they already have information about your accounts. They see your cash inflows and cash outflows, so they know you better, okay? Before I get into the actual review, please check out this loan evaluation approach video. It tells you about our methodology when it comes to evaluating, reviewing, and categorizing loans on this show. Check this out. Let me talk to you about, first, let's talk about the loans, okay? Fifth Third Bank loan options. What we love is that Fifth Third Bank has a constellation of loans, and pretty interesting. So they have what they call the signature loan. So with the signature loan, you basically have an installment loan. This is an installment loan, so that is predictable. You have a fixed rate, and the rate will not change, and you can have a set monthly payments over a scheduled period of time. Money, money, money. Are you interested in this loan? Yes. All right. So you have loan amounts from $2,000 to $25,000. Terms available 12 to 60 months. That's 1 year to 5 years. The APR goes from 5.99% to 17.24%. No closing costs, prepayment, or annual fee. This is really good. And you have the ability to select the first payment date up to 45 days out. So this is really good. And you can actually, they have a signature loan calculator on their website, and you can use it to estimate your rate and payment by term. Okay, so the signature, we have a signature loan, $2,000 to $25,000. Now you can also borrow from $25,000 to $50,000, but for this you have to go to a branch. You need to schedule an appointment. For the $2,000 to $25,000, you can apply for those loans on the internet, not a problem, or over the phone. But for anything between $25,000 and $50,000, you want to go to a branch. So you have also the secured loan option. So the first one was unsecured loan. The signature loan is an unsecured loan option, but you also can secure the loan. So here you are securing your loan with funds in your Fifth Third savings, CD, or investment accounts. Okay, you can borrow more money, and this is really great. Here we have this is a big decision time here. Are you willing to collateralize the loan from Fifth Third Bank? Big decision time. Think about it, because if you are willing to do it, you have access to loan amounts that are even larger, from $2,000 to $500,000. Again, it depends on the amount of the collateral you're willing to put, right? You have you can take between 50% to 100% of collateral, so you can partially or totally secure the loan. Terms available 12 to 60 months. The annual percentage rate, you have a 5.14 to 8.64%. So when you look at this is the rates, the APR is lower because you are securing the loan, so the risk is lower for the bank, and there are no closing costs, prepayment, or annual fees. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. I'm still talking to you, by the way, about Fifth Third Bank personal loans versus line of credit. So I have talked to you about the loans. So we have the signature loan and the secure loan. Now let's talk about the line of credit options. Okay, this is very important. So when we talk about the line of credits, we have first what they call the unsecured flex line. And with line of credits from Fifth Third Bank, you have variable interest rates and monthly payments that give you the flexibility to use your funds when you need them. Okay, so let's talk about the unsecured flex line. This is unsecured, so this is a great line of credit alternatives for those who can meet the asset requirements. Okay, so this is available exclusively for Fifth Third customers with an eligible checking or savings account. So you need to have an MPR with the bank. You need to have a deposit account with the bank. This is important. Okay, and line amounts go from $5,000 all the way to $100,000. So this is just fantastic. And you need to show up to 10% of verified liquid assets. Liquid assets means assets that they can sell. Those assets must be monetizable. And you have a 20-year draw period with balance due at maturity. Okay, you have interest only monthly payments. This is fantastic. The APR range from 5.50 to 7%. And you have a $65 annual fee. So this is with the first year, but the subsequent years they will charge that. And you have access to funds at closing via online transfer, checks, phone, or in branch. So loan amounts, this is not a loan amount, line amounts rather. You have $5,000 to $100,000. One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about a line of credit from Fifth Third Bank or any other bank for that matter, you're speaking about a loan product that is similar to a credit card. The only difference is that you can actually draw from this line of credit. In other words, you can get cash. I mean, you can get cash from a credit card also. The only thing is you don't want to do that because the APR is just crazily high. So you can get cash. You have access to a larger amount. Okay, so with Fifth Third Bank, you have access to up to $100,000 in funds. So this is something you need to think about. And when you think about a line of credit, you want to think about unexpected expenses. Because the good thing is you don't want to apply all the time for a line of credit because they will do a hard pull on your credit anytime you apply. So if you apply once, just get approved and have the money there. And with the Fifth Third Bank, the good thing is you have a 20-year draw period. This is really good. 20-year draw period is fantastic. Besides the unsecured flex line, you can also have access to a secured line of credit. So Fifth Third Bank gives you the ability to secure, in other words, to collateralize a line of credit. So you can do so by securing, you can secure the line of credit with funds in your Fifth Third savings, CD, or investment account. So you can see here that they also have a similar approach compared to the loan. All right. So if you secure this line of credit, you'll have ongoing access to the line of credit, of course, while your assets continue to grow. So let's say you have an investment account and you don't want to sell the securities in that account. So what you can do is you can secure the line of credit with this investment account while actually letting the securities in that investment account grow. And you have line amounts from $5,000 to $500,000. So you can see here that the line amounts are more generous because the bank is not taking any risk. The line of credit is fully secured, so you're able to tap into a larger line. You have between 50% to 100% of collateral, so you can partially or fully collateralize the line of credit. You have a 20-year draw period with balance due at maturity, okay? And you have interest-only monthly payments, and the annual percentage rates, the APR, will range from 3.25% to 6%. So you can see that when you secure the line of credit, your APR, the APR that the bank is charging you is considerably low. And this line of credit has no annual fee, and you have access to funds at closing via online transfer, checks, phone, or in a branch. So it's important to understand that, again, when we talk about a line of credit, you want to use this for unplanned expenses. You want to use this as part of your liquidity management strategy. Line of credit is also very good if you have moments of I would say low liquidity. Let's say you just lose your job and you're looking for a new job, and you just want to plug in some liquidity holes. It's good to have a line of credit from Fifth Third Bank, or again from any other bank for that matter. And you also need to consider whether or not you want to go for the unsecured line of credit or the secure line of credit. Obviously, if you go for the unsecured, you have lower loan amounts because you have no skin in the game, right? Even though Fifth Third Bank might want you to have up to 10% of verified of verified liquid assets. But if you go with the unsecured line, you have 5,000 to 100,000. But if you go to the secure line, you have line amounts from 5,000 to $500,000. So let's just decide here: personal loan or a line of credit from Fifth Third Bank. Which one should you choose? It really depends. It really depends on your financial situation. It depends on your family situation in terms of liquidity needs, cash inflows and cash outflows. Remember that when you actually get a personal loan from Fifth Third Bank, you want to the loan will give you a fixed amount of funding distributed in a lump sum, right? So this loan is great for one-time expenditures. So your payments with the personal loan from a Fifth Third Bank will be the same amount each month because they have fixed interest rates and a fixed repayment timeline. And you can get a personal loan from a Fifth Third Bank usually on an unsecured basis or a secured basis. One thing, you can use the personal loan from Fifth Third Bank to do a lot of things. You can pay down credit card debts. You can finance a large purchase. You can pay for a wedding. You can pay for student loans. It really depends. So personal loans are ideal when you are planning a large one-off purchase and would like to have predictable monthly payments. Okay, so this is it. Now, what about personal lines of credit from Fifth Third Bank? Now, a personal line of credit is similar to a credit card because it is an unsecured revolving credit line with a credit line limits and a variable interest rate that is set by Fifth Third Bank when you sign the contract. So if you're trying to say you want to manage purchases and you're not really clear on the overall scope of the cost, a personal line of credit could be an ideal solution because the whole idea is to be in a situation where you don't have to constantly have a hard pull if you want access to money. So while your payments on a personal line of credit will change due to variable APR, you will pay interest only on the portion of the credit line that you use. And personal lines of credit may be available from Fifth Third Bank or other lenders for that matter. And you can use a personal line of credit from Fifth Third Bank to do home improvement projects. You can take care of overdraft, so you have overdraft protection. Emergency situations. You can use it to supplement irregular incomes. I've said this before. If you are out of work or something happens and you're just trying to plug in some liquidity holes in the meantime, this is kind of good. Okay, so the bottom line is, if you are unsure of how much you need to borrow or how often, you want to get a personal line of credit from Fifth Third Bank, this could be a flexible lending options. But for a loans are great for one-time large expenditures. So our pick after analyzing Fifth Third Bank personal loan and line of credit, we don't have any favorite here. So the funding program that you go for, the funding product that you go for, will depend on your situation and funding needs. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. Today I was talking to you about Fifth Third Bank personal loans and lines of credit. I hope that you'll learn a lot from their secured and unsecured funding programs. I will see you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.